Hey, what's up, man? Would you like to answer a really easy multiple choice question for fun?
Again?
Would you like to answer this question for fun?
Yeah, come on.
All right, so one of these circles is actually bigger than the other one. I want to see if people could tell the difference. It's a perception test. So which one's the bigger circle, red or blue?
This one.
Blue, right?
Yeah.
All right, so ready for the answer?
Yeah.
So it was actually a trick question. So they're actually the same size. So the reason I do this is because basically to show people that by just believing in someone, it opens the door to being deceived, right? Because you believe when I told you one of them was bigger, but if I didn't tell you anything, you probably would have came to the conclusion that they're the same size, right?
Yeah.
Right? So I actually have one more question. You want to answer it? It's really easy. Elementary level, literally. Elementary physics. So it's actually about water. So we understand that water takes the shape of the container, right?
Yes.
How would you describe the surface of the water? No matter how I tilt the bottle, the surface remains the same, right? How would you describe that surface? Let me just put it like this. How would you describe the surface? Once the water's still
slanted every time you twist it.
So you think the surface is slanted or is the bottle slanted?
The bottle's slanted.
So the water is...
It's just moving with the motion that you're going with.
Right. But the surface, how does it remain? Could we say it's level?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Have you ever seen a leveling tool in construction? How it has the bubble?
The fucking little...
Yeah, so the reason why is because the surface of water always equalizes. Okay. That's the physics of water, right? That's what water level means, right? So this next question, it's very easy. Again, this one's not a trick question, but don't take my word for it. You know, if you're using common sense, you'll see that. So which one of these two is correct? Since we understand the physics of water and what water level means, A or B? Which one's correct?
B. No, A.
A, right? A, it's the obvious answer, right? Could we say that somebody believing the answer was B, could we say that they're not using common sense?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, we can.
Could we say that that person has probably been deceived if they believe this one over this one?
Yes.
Well, so that leads me to this final question or statement. What if I was to tell you that you probably believe it's B? Because I used to believe it was B too. And we know it's A though. The physics of water shows us that, and the physics doesn't change. That's the laws of physics, right? So do you want to know why?
Why?
Do you believe Earth is a ball?
Yes, I believe Earth.
So in order for Earth to be a ball, they tell us that it has a certain dimension, and that dimension is 24,901 miles. Okay. So NASA has to give us this number because they claim to go to space, right? Okay. So they have to know the radius of orbit. So the radius of Earth from the circumference is 3959, 3,900. That's the radius of the Earth, supposedly, given the numbers that NASA gives us. But if we were to actually go out in nature and measure this curvature, because every lake and every body of water, like the oceans, have to be curving at that rate. So if we were to actually build a perfectly level structure over a body of water, like a lake, because a lake doesn't have waves, right? So it's a lake, pretty calm surface of water. So if we were to actually measure at 3 miles, there should be a 6-foot drop. So a 6-foot curvature. So if we start at 5 feet, we know water is going to be level to the structure if we build a structure perfectly level. But they're trying to tell us that there should be a 6-foot drop in 3 miles. But we know the physics of water can't do that. Right? If I was to ask you what's the number one proof that you believe in the globe, what would that be?
I believe it's not flat. That's what.
But what's the number one proof that convinces you that it's a globe? I guess that's the question. Because again, we just established that just believing opens the door to being deceived.
It's just a statistic. What everybody's been telling me. I only believe that it's a circle because every single thing that every scientist has ever told us is it's a circle.
So it's based on consensus then?
Yes.
So it's
based on whatever everybody tells me.
Yeah, that's consensus, basically, because the majority say so and the majority believe it. That's why I believe it, right? So I don't know if I have some information that you could take home, because obviously I came across this 6 years ago. I'm 30 years old now, so when I was 24, I came across this.
You're 30 years old?
Yes, I'm 30.
You still have a full head of hair.
So I came across this 6 years ago, and the reason I'm literally doing this, I literally just started about a month and a half ago talking to people like this, and it's because it's literally being ridiculed. I don't know if you knew, but it's literally being ridiculed in the mainstream. So that's the way they're censoring it, because they couldn't just remove this information from the internet. It would be too obvious. Everybody uses water. They can't remove the information about water from the internet. It doesn't make any sense. So what they did is they're literally just having all these like big science channels, news included, just ridiculing this topic because it's literally this simple to understand, physics. So another way they're censoring this is they're demoting all this information from the internet, especially YouTube and Google. When you type in flat earth, that's a term, that's another way they're censoring it. Flat earth is just a term that was propped up to be mocked, because the earth is level. That's all we know. How it extends, how far it extends, how it terminates, that's unknown. We actually don't know how far Earth goes. So the question, a lot of people have a question about the edge, right? Well, where's the edge? The question is not where's the edge, is where's the end of the Earth? Because I don't know if you knew, but outer space is just a concept. So outer space is just an idea, someone's imagination based on the lights moving in the sky. So they try to twist that. They tell us that we're spinning in the sky still. But in reality, we can all observe the luminaries, sun, moon, and lights move in the sky like a clock. But they twist that in, to feed their own story. But have you heard about this subject before?
I have not heard about it. It's just, I literally came here for a cat litter.
Oh man, I say this in my videos. Everything happens for a reason. Okay. I don't know if you want to take some information home.
I would love to.
Oh man, I really appreciate that, man, because not a lot of people like to take it. But there's some links on there because this information is being censored. Like I say, it's being demoted. Not censored per se, but demoted.
You did all this?
I did this myself.
Impressive.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. So I actually, I do this, and I have to do it in a Socratic way. Because if I just mention, oh, the earth is flat, people are not going to talk to me. So I kind of have to do it in this manner. That way people could, because again, you have to go around the propaganda. You have to go around the ridiculing to be able to have someone actually listen to you, you know what I'm saying? Like you did, And it's pretty easy to understand, But, I actually like to start too with the deceiving question because, again, just believing someone. That's why nowadays I actually don't have beliefs. It's either I know something or I don't. I'm okay with not knowing. Because placing faith in something, again, you're gonna be deceived, at the end of the day. Especially if it's a belief about our exterior world, about the natural world. You know what I'm saying? So they also lie to us because we actually don't know what our true purpose here is. We don't know. To be honest, I don't even know what it means to be a human being. Like exactly.
I really don't know what the fuck it means either.
Exactly, it's still a mystery. We're still
the same copy of each other.
In a way, yeah, we are. And that's why I'm out here because this resonated with me so much to the point where I'm completely antisocial. So for me to do this actually took some guts for me to actually, yeah, and especially with the #1 ridiculed subject right now. It's they want us all just following orders, believing what we're told, because that's how you control people. You do it psychologically. If you try to control someone by force, you'll be exposed off the back. Yeah, the rest of the people won't allow it. So that's why the government controls us psychologically. Yes. That's the only way they could do it. They couldn't do it by force. So all this, martial law is gonna happen. They can't control by force. They'll be exposed. So it's all psychological, and this is one of the tools they use. Money is another tool they use to control us. Money has no value at the core. I don't know if you knew that.
Sex.
I mean, it has certain values that it got.
Pedophile,
exactly,
children,
exactly.
Sex, slavery.
I don't know if you knew, but government's been exposed to be involved in a lot of this stuff. I don't like to get into that because it's a lot of just storytelling and stuff. But physics, stick with physics, understand physics, and that's what's gonna tell you who's lying about this reality. Man, I appreciate talking to me, man.
Of course.
All right, man.
Thank you for your time.
Have a great day, man. Appreciate it.
God bless.
All right, man. You too.